Hey, Nick here. It's December 11th, 2020. I just watched Joe Arnone, his recent video, John in Arkansas, and he had a really good video about the sequential bag and the brake light relay and how to adapt a modern relay to the brake in place of the brake light relay. That was excellent. Very good information. And I only wanted to do a supplement to what John was talking about here, about taking this plate out. So I just wanted to talk to you about that, but I'll just show you a couple things. There's two different bags. 65 has a different brake light relay than 66. The other parts are the same, but the brake light relay is different. So the one in John's video is from a 66. But the 65, you can see the brake light relay has a plug, and this plug comes off. Usually these burn. This one's not burnt. This one's in pretty good shape. But the plug just pops off. There's the relay. See? Here's the plug. And the other end this is a female end, and then the other end is, somebody's modified that to fit into a 66. Anyway, the other end is like this, but it has blades that come out. It has blades here instead of females. So I didn't realize that until just now. So shows you how much I know. Anyway, so this has been modified to fit a 66. Somebody did that down the road. Anyway, 65 is like this. You've got the 3 wires and then the ground wire, which is here. And then this plugs into that, Sometimes it's not so easy. Yeah, like that, see? And then the ground wires, you can see here, the ground wire coming off of the sequential motor. Sequential motor, here's the ground wire. Goes underneath here to right there. This is another ground wire that goes over to here. These are touching. And then the brake light relay on a 65, that's another ground wire which goes to the same place, goes to here. So you've got 3 ground wires touching here. The brake light relay ground wire, the sequential motor ground wire, and then the ground wire that goes to the sequential relay. And that attaches here and grounds the sequential relay. Now you can see that the sequential motor is isolated. I don't know why they do that, why they have these. It could be for sound. These are pretty noisy to help buffer the sound. So anyway, here's the final ground wire that goes to the body of the car, where you saw in John's video, you saw where it bolted to the floor. See? So they're all grounded together and then this wire, goes to the floor of the trunk. If you want to clean these and check, guaranteed, if you have one of these in your car, the inner points are burned. Guaranteed. So if you want to fix those, this is how you do it. See that little tab? You take a screwdriver and you just kind of very gently bend up. See, there's a little slot right there. Right? And then this slides off. Just slides off. And then you can see how dirty it is in there. And then you've got that relays, the 4-point contacts for the sequentials. Look at how dirty it is. So you can, just like this, just like it sits, you can spray that with carburetor cleaner or brake clean, whatever. So I hold it down like that and I spray it and let it drip off. Look at the dirt's just falling out of it. Look at that. You can spray it and clean it out. But you want to take it out, you want to check the points, and that's really easy to do. You just take a pair of needle nose and you pull these off like that. They just come right out. Now leave them where they are. Leave them in the positions they are. Then it'll go right back in. It'll go right back together again when you want to connect the wires. There's those four. Pull this one and this one. That'll slide, this will slide right out now. Oh, you know what? The motor's not in the neutral position. So you got to put the motor in the neutral position. This has to be flipped around. It's 180 degrees out. I didn't realize that. All right, let's do that. As a matter of fact, I'll show you how it works. That's a good idea. I love John's video. His video was very informative. I learned something from that, you know, that relay. Sometimes I don't have the time to do that. And so I'll keep that in mind next time. So ground wire, we know this is the ground. Ground, okay. And then power is going to go to the motor, which is one of these brown wires. There it goes. Boy, is that thing noisy or what? So you can see it clicking all the points. Almost all the points. I've got these lined up with the cam. Let me get a closer view. These are lined up with the cam perfectly. I've got it pushed in. Okay, let's run it. See? Off 1, 2, 3, off 1, 2, 3, off 1, 2, 3. Now those two on the left, they go at the same time. The one on the far left is the power wire. And then the three lights go. Okay, now I can pull the plate out. So I've got the flats all down, the flats of the cam all down, see? The cams are up and the flats are all down so that this plate will slide right out. Okay. Like that. Okay. This is it's not complicated. It's not that hard. So this is how they work. That completes the circuit, see? The cam pushes this, which then puts the points together. See that one sticking? So when I was telling John about bending these, I was talking about bending these, bending them up. You can bend them up. So if you're working on it, you can bend these up like that, slightly. And then you can look at the point and you can file them, clean them. Now this one will be burned. They always are. I may have replaced it way back when, but I don't think so. Who knows? Oh yeah, this one's burned. Oh yeah, look at that. That one's fried. See, that's what happens to the center ones. Okay. Let's move this one too, so you can see it. That one's not too bad. So this is light number 2, I would think. the center light, this one would be number 1, 2, and 3, according to the way that they're depressed. I don't have the wire diagram in front of me, but according to the way that they're depressed, these two would go first, light number 1, the inner light, middle light, and then outer light. So then, that one's like new, look at that. That one's like new. Boy, that one's fried. They're always bad. This one is always bad. So you got to take that out and replace it. And the way that you can do that is to buy one of these from someone who has extra parts, like me or anybody else who's collecting Thunderbird parts over the years. And then you buy one of these, and then you have at least 2 good point contacts, and they're all the same. So if you bought one of these and it has this one, look at how new. You could take this one out of the one you buy and put it into there. Now, they're held on with springs. So what I do, you can pop these out backwards. These are difficult to put back together again, but you can pop them out backwards. Turn them sideways, and then they come out. Sorry. I'm trying to do this and keep it lined up. So, okay, let me, there. So here's the point. Look at that. Totally fried. So I got another point contact from another unit. See, that one's in good shape. I took it out of here. I'm gonna put that in here. Not that I'm gonna use this or anything, but I'm just kind of showing you guys how to do this. Put it into those slots. Let me raise this up a little bit. Okay. Then the spring goes in. Got to do that with a needle nose. Goes in the hole. Then you grab it with the end of the spring, like that. Now, okay, there we go. Okay. Got the spring. The spring is hooked onto the point contact thing here. Going to grab the other end. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick it up and hang it. Oh man. Then, as it's hanging, you try to grab the other end of the spring with this. There, I got it. Now while I'm holding it, I'm going to reposition the metal thing like that. Turn this back around while keeping tension on the spring like that. And then put it into the, lock it in to the thing. Lock it into the top here. There. Okay. I got it. So then all I have to do is bend this back, push that down. Then when you bend these back, what I do is I just bend them this way. Okay. Sometimes they go right into place. Sometimes they don't. They all work properly. Now I bent all of these back, and see I bent them all backwards so we can get the points out. And then I bent them all back into position. It's very soft metal. They're very easy to bend, and you can see I got them back in position properly. They're pretty straight, right? You can see the springs. You can see how they work, okay? And so I'm going to put it back into the motor. Here, let me, here's the old point that I didn't use. It was all burned up, see? Let me get rid of this. So I'm going to put it back in the motor. Just slides in. Supposed to just slide in. Okay, see there, look, see it just slides in. And then again, these are lined up with the cams. Lined up with the cams. And then the wires go back on. Now they fall right into place. They fall into place. This is, okay. Try to get in there. It's hard to get in there. Okay, there's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. Put that one back on. Put this one back to the ground. That's the power wire. Sorry. Oh, you know what? I gotta bring that back a little bit. Put that on and then push this back. Okay. Now let's apply power. Okay. Ground wire. Boy, is that a noisy turd, huh? Clearly the motor just needs lube. I don't know if that's going to help at all. Probably not. Shoot some silicone in there. That didn't really help. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. I just wanted to kind of make a supplement to John's video. His video was great, you know, and I didn't want to step on his information. I just wanted to show you how this works since he didn't show you that. Because his motor worked. And the points and everything are okay in his motor. So I just thought, well, hey, I'll show you guys how the motor works. Okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.